Talent doesn't exist in music. You've probably opened your project before after listening to your favorite artist and thought, I'm just not talented enough for this. That belief alone leads to failure. And why is that? Well, talent is not observed in real time. Other producers look at the pros and see only the achievements they have accomplished and believe it's talent, when it's actually years and years and years of them perfecting their craft. Talent is just skill you didn't see the progress of. Nobody ever sees the progress of learning a skill. People only see the finished product and not the first version. People assume pros are always motivated. They are not. They are consistent. People give up before even starting because they cannot understand that it only takes time and effort to learn the skills. Instead, they're just blaming talent and that they're not good enough. Look at your favorite artist. Look back at their first song and compare it to their latest track. Or you can Google it for how long they've been producing for. Or if you already know, let's say 10, 15, 20 years compared to your 2 years or 3 years, for example. Deep down, believing in talent slows your progress. You compare too much, you avoid experimenting, especially when you're unmotivated or uninspired. Mistakes can feel personal instead of universal. So here in FL Studio, I've brought up a few songs that I have here. I'm going to show you one of my latest tracks here from 2025. And here's another track. And if you compare this to a song that I made in 2016, do you believe that is talent, or is that progress and actual effort put out through the years? There's a point where most people stop improving, or they feel like they've stopped improving, and that's where the talent myth comes in, and where most people quit. This is where you keep starting new projects instead of fixing old ones. You probably binge watch a lot of tutorials on YouTube, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere. You feel like you should be better now. This other producer has produced for the same amount of time, and he's way better than me. This is like going to the gym, however. First year, you see great progress, you have this newbie gains, and then the second or third year, not so much. You see a little bit of improvements, but not compared to the newbie gains. And at this point, efforts don't give fast improvements anymore. And this is the most frustrating stage, because this is where you realize you're not bad anymore, but you're not good enough either. And this right in front of me is the actual learning curve, or the learning graph. As you can see in the beginning, you can see this initial learning phase where you improve a lot in a short amount of time, and then it kind of plateaus a little bit, and this is why progress is so slow when you're in this intermediate plateau. I'm going to go back into FL Studio, and you should probably remember my latest tracks from my first track. If we just compare the one from 2016 to the one from 2019, you can see kind of this huge improvement. And also from 2022. And then from 2024. So you can see this fast improvement here the first couple of years, and then it kind of slows down a little bit, and then it goes a little bit faster towards the end here. Early on, everything you do helps you improve, but as you get better, only specific changes help. And this is what they call the compounding effect, where consistent effort gives you the results. You add too much, more layers feel like you're progressing, but clarity usually comes from less. And most intermediate tracks are crowded, as you can probably tell from this song. You keep on starting new projects and not finishing older ones, and not believing in progress. But if you actually continue on the same project and push through, you will end up with something amazing. Most of the time. Sometimes you don't, but it's fine. Waiting to feel inspired or motivated. Avoiding using references and actively listening to songs or music in general. Just listen in the big picture, what fits, what doesn't, what's good and what's not. Focus on one area of improvement at a time. Try making 2 or 3 or more songs of the same genre with similar tempo and vibe or style, and focus on how you can make the next track better. Was the melody lacking? Drums didn't punch through enough? And input is just as important as output. Listen actively to music and note down what makes that song good, and try to implement it into your own tracks. Especially when you're unmotivated or uninspired. Try tweaking knobs, try sound design, eventually you will make something cool. Asking other producers for feedback. If you're stuck, it's not because you lack talent, you're probably just in the middle of learning. If you want to learn how to use reference tracks properly, watch this video next.